Okay, class, here we go. This is my third try at starting this video, so hopefully this time it goes good. As you can see, I'm already in Tinkercad. I've got a new file open. I have renamed my file. So you should rename your file Heart Box and then your name. The next thing you need to do is come down to Edit Grid and change it to inches. You can see I've already changed mine to inches. And then you need to update grid. Okay? And the third thing that you need to do, and I'll just get rid of this one if I can. You need to come up to the upper right-hand corner, grab the ruler, and drag it down in the lower left-hand corner. Okay. So we are going to be making a heart-shaped box today. And so I'm in basic shapes, and that's where we're going to look for our heart shape. So scroll down over here on the right-hand margin till you find the heart, click and drag it to your work plane. Now, we need to resize this box a little bit. We're going to make this about the size of a jewelry box. So for right now, I'm just going to give you some measurements. So this x-axis down here in front, let's click on that. And we're going to change that to 2.018. Seems like a strange number, but these are based on numbers I've already found. Okay, that the ratio stays the same. And then we're going to change our y-axis to 1.644. And that has the exact same proportions that we started with. So we haven't changed the shape of our heart at all. And then I'm thinking I want to make this about, let's go 2 inches tall. Oops, wrong thing. I clicked on the wrong thing. So I'm going to undo. I need to click on this little white node at the top and drag up. There's 1 inch. You know what? This is taking too long. I'm just going to click on here and make it 2 inches. Ooh, that looks too tall to me. I'm going to erase that and make it 1.5 inches. That looks better. Okay. Now, a brown heart. How about we make that red? Okay. Now, with it selected, I'm going to do Control D, and it just duplicated itself. So let's slide this new heart off to the side so we can see it. Now, this is going to be the hole in our box. So I'm going to come up here and change it to hole. In the Shapes menu, I'm changing it to hole. And it gives me that transparent look. Now, the hole cannot be the same size as the heart itself, or it will be nothing there. So, let's give this some smaller measurements. On our x-axis, come down to the x-axis on your hole now, and let's do 1.887. And now, over here on the left on your y-axis, highlight that. Let's do 1.542. 1.542. Now that has basically the same ratio as our heart. Now, if I leave it sitting on the work plane, our hole is going to go all the way through the box. I don't want that. So I'm going to come over here to this 0 click on it, and I'm going to lift the hole up 1/8 of an inch. So that's 0.125. Okay, so now if we tilt our camera, we can see that it's just up off of the work plane, just barely lifted up. So now, let me drag it back over, and I just drag it kind of partway in the heart. Now, click and drag over your heart, get both objects inside, and now we're going to come up and find the Align tool. The Align tool is that line with the two rectangles lined up next to it. So click on the Align tool, and now we've got these. So I'm going to center it on my x-axis, and I'm going to center it on my y-axis. And now, with everything still selected, I will come up here to Group, and I group those two objects. Now I've got a hole going through my heart, okay? Right there like that. Now, the next thing is that we need a lid for our heart. So what I'm going to do, I like to click somewhere on the work plane, get those alignment tools to go away. Then I click on my box, okay? And now I'm going to do Control D, and I duplicate the entire box. And I'll slide that off into the corner. That's going to be the one I'm going to keep. So I'm going to bring this one down in front a little bit, and I'm going to ungroup it. Now, what I'm going to do, this can get a little tricky, so watch what I'm doing here. This is going to be our lid. So now I've clicked on the red heart, the solid shape, and I'm going to drop that height down from 1.5 inches to, let's say, 0.25 inches. You know what that is as a fraction? 0.25. That's a quarter of an inch. Now, the hole, I'm going to change back into a solid. But it's way too tall. I don't want to fill up my whole hole. So I'm going to drop that height down to half an inch. So 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Now, what we have is the lid. But I think that this is going to be a little too big. So what we're going to do is make the lid slightly smaller. I think we'll leave it like this for right now. Let's end this video. Remember, if you watch this all but you didn't keep up, just go back, rewind, do a little bit, rewind again. Go back as many times as you want. If you get it all messed up, just try starting over. Let's see what you can get done to show me tomorrow when I come back from my day off. Okay, I'm going to end the video here.